Good morning. Let's take a few moments to consciously breathe deep into our sacred temple within. If you've been rushing around this morning, just take some time to center down. The two aspects that are um, uh, bringing themselves to awareness this morning are one, to continue to go deep within the silence, go within the infinity, to the infinite field of possibilities, and know that when you first enter, it is silent, peaceful, and it appears as nothing is there. We're going to introduce something new today, an aspect of understanding your energetic, metaphysical level again of what you experience as an energetic being in a human body. So first, again, we invite you to silently go inside to the sacred void, the beginning and ending of all things. And as you deeply breathe, we invite you to proclaim that you are here. I am here. I am here. I am here. We're going to bring forth the sacred elements of fire, water, air, and earth. And know that the infinity surrounds all of this in the ether, and they all work together in harmony. So when the sacred elements, well, I'm being correct, the sacred elements are part of who you are. They are you. So as you are silently inside, we want you to allow your imagination to bring forth a time. And again, this is in a safe space, a time where you were maybe very sad. We want you to just, again, you're using your imagination to remember and bring forth the energetic feeling in your body of the emotion of sadness. And then we want you to be aware as you are in this deep infinity that feels like an infinity of sadness. We want you to recognize it's water. A lot of water. Feeling as though it's flooding the field inside. So that sacred element, when you feel sad, gets stronger and more and more prevalent. So we're going to offer, when there's a lot of water, becoming aware that the sacred elements are here to come into harmony to your body. And so as the water seemingly drowning in sadness, that is the time to activate your earth energy, to begin to absorb the excess water. So when there's deep sadness within yourself, call upon the earth and ask for the earth to be present within your body. And all you have to do is call upon this. If you would like to take a physical step, we're reminding you that sometimes when there's such deep sadness, we understand it's hard to take that step. But we also want to remind you that many have recognized with deep sadness, literally taking a walk, moving your body in nature is very healing. And we want to bring forth the reason for that. It's because you're connecting to the earth. And the earth is absorbing the excess energy of the water that may have felt like it was drowning you. So even in your mind's eye, if you remember or you're currently experiencing sadness, we call upon the earth to harmonize within our body. And you'll begin to feel relief. We're going to use one more element as an example. We're going to use anger, resentment, jealousy, frustration. And as you can imagine, that's a lot of fire. And we want to point out, no one is saying to get rid of any of these elements. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to harmonize as an energetic being in a human body. So all of these elements are important, and you could not get rid of them if you tried. But we recognize that through the human experience, they get activated. And again, notice we're not saying bad or good either. They are an experience. So anger is fire. So you may your intuition may allow you to recognize and go within that fire. We want you to know when you're angry, you already are in it. And we recognize sometimes when we're very, very angry and very, very sad, there's a lot of fire or there's a lot of water. Sometimes it's so much you can't see or feel anything else. That's why we're practicing together in these moments. So when there's too much fire, you may call upon the sacred elements of earth and water. As you can imagine, as we have seen in many fairy tales that have been guided, that water puts out fire. But again, we're not asking water to drown anything. We're asking for the element of water to be present to balance the fire. And notice the earth. The earth knows fire. The center of the earth, the core, is fire. So with the earth being very similar to a cradle, ask the earth to come in, cradling the fire. It will begin to calm. Ask for water to come forth and cool you. And you will begin to feel more present with deeper understanding. And we want to know, as we go forth into your new year, we're going to really deeply explore these elements. As a great fire is to be understood, a great flood is to be understood. And when you want more clarity, you ask for the ether to come in. And know this: if there's a great amount of fire, the ether may bring a great amount of water and a great amount of earth. So when we say balance, the reason harmony is coming up more than balance is sometimes there will be more with one element than the other for a reason. And that is not bad. It is harmonizing. Sometimes when you're in certain situations, you need more fire. You need more empathy of water. You need the groundedness of the earth. And the wind that carries your intentions so gently. And the last aspect we want to bring into attention is water. Water and earth, finding harmony with fire, but air and fire. What happens when we're feeling a lot of water, depression, sadness? There's not any fire we feel. Air can assist bringing the fire present with the water. Again, as a flood of water comes through, we ask for the earth to begin to absorb. And now we can ask for the fire, but the air makes the fire stronger. So we can call upon all these elements, and you scientifically, intellectually understand them. We want to invite you to make them a very literal practice in your life. If you are very, very angry, we understand that you want to sometimes explode and talk about it a lot. But when you're in a tremendous amount of fire, when you're talking, you're literally in the element of air. Again, not bad or good, just awareness. So this is why we say when someone is angry and they're talking and they're actually getting more and more and more, it's because the air is fueling the fire. And again, just awareness. So bringing the element of water and earth. Is such a beautiful complement to begin to understand how you work physically and emotionally in a body when you are truly energy of all of the elements. So, as we close today and we recognize this was an introduction to something we are going to explore deeper and deeper and deeper, we invite you to become friends with these elements on this level of understanding. You would never look at a fire in the fireplace and judge it. And even though you may see a forest fire and be upset or sad about what it did, I don't think you would ever judge it. So we ask that you recognize all of these elements and how they work through. And sometimes you may be more fire than water, more water than fire. There is a feminine and masculine element that we will explore. But for today, become friends with your true self. Become acquainted with your true self. You are all of these sacred elements. And for that, we celebrate. And we breathe this in, welcoming your authentic self with love always. And so it is.